And let's talk about Curtis Jones. He was given the Man of the Match award on the TV coverage on Sky Sports. All three ratings websites that we used here, SofaScore, Who Scored and FOTMob, give him their ratings, blue stars or however they identify it. So 8.2 off SofaScore, 8.2 off Who Scored, 8.7 off FOTMob. I think there was a few people worried, Errol, and I understand that Alexis, whatever, deemed not quite fit, a bit of illness around. He's been away with international duty. No Harvey Elliott, he's still out recovering from that broken foot, so Curtis gets the nod. On the same week that he becomes a father, congratulations to Curtis Jones and his partner. He wasn't just our daddy, he was Chelsea's daddy as well. He's a new daddy and he was Chelsea's daddy. He was, wins a penalty, wins another one which is overturned, scores a very good goal in a very Curtis Jones way where he takes his time. Sometimes he's criticised for that. I nearly killed him when he didn't shoot, but then he made up for it. It was a lovely finish. All the talk about English midfielders in this game, all the talk all week, Cole Palmer. The best player on the pitch was an English midfielder, one of the best players on the pitch.
He's a Scouse midfielder.
Scouse midfielder. England eligible. He's been part of the squad, to put it that way. And fantastic. And I'm just absolutely so made up for him. What did you make of Curtis?
Brilliant. Genuinely, we could spend the next hour talking about all of the good bits that he did in this game today for us, because it was a really strong performance from him. Not only, and we mentioned it briefly in comms, someone's got to make those late runs. We know Szoboszlai does that energy and he's relentless. His off the ball work is great, but being able to relinquish that responsibility to somebody else, say you're the one to go and make those late runs. Yep. He gets himself into the opposition's box and causes havoc on at least 3 separate occasions. 2 of them end up ultimately leading to goals. He was instrumental in all of the good things that Liverpool were able to do in and around Chelsea's box, both ends of the pitch today. And I just thought some of his movements on the ball, and you could see it early. There's a moment early on where it almost looks like they're a little bit of a double pivot. Jones, he was a little bit deeper, but he's out on that left. He peels out to the left a little bit. Cole Palmer tracks him and goes with him a little bit. And then he just ghosts past Cole Palmer. I'm not saying that Cole Palmer's main job is to be, a destroyer in midfield and be there all out and attacking. But he's full of beans, he's energy, he's got loads of confidence. He's been faced up with him, and Curtis Jones was like, nah, I keep hold of the ball, that's what I do. I retain the ball, you're not getting it off me. And that to me, I was like, Curtis is going to have a good game today.
If you'd have asked anyone before, imagine it's this narrative. You're told, don't want to score the game, England midfielder or England eligible midfielder wins a penalty, scores the winning goal, gets given the man of the match. I think a lot of people would have thought, Liverpool lost. Because Cole Palmer has had the world. And it wasn't. It was Curtis Jones. When the whole world's watching, biggest game, obviously
he defrosted Cole Palmer, bro. Literally phoned him and just said, yo, leave you out to ride, we'll cook you later. Literally. And it was nice because they're both in and around the same age bracket. They both got that, they play a little bit ahead of themselves in terms of they are both very confident, and I say confidence in a complimentary way because it does borderline on arrogance, both of them, in terms of what their ability is on a football pitch. But Curtis Jones today, he just gave everybody a reason to remember the name almost in that sense, because he knows he's got the quality, and we said it just before we win the build up in terms of obviously McAllister not being in the team or the starting lineup. There's an opportunity here to really say, we know Slot likes his 3, but if you can go in there and give Slot something to think about and show that you could still offer something in what you do actually offer, then it just goes to show the strength and quality and the strength and depth that we do possess. I thought he was excellent today. Honestly,
I was surprised he went off.
I was, to be fair. I think that might have been a minute thing, might have been a fitness thing, I don't know, but in terms of everything that was good from a Liverpool's perspective, he absolutely embodied exactly what Liverpool needed to do today, and was to show that we were going to be utterly dominant at times, and everything in his... It was so positive to see him running in with the ball, some of his passes, those late runs into the box, making himself available, showing for it, the drop of the shoulder, everything that we've said that Curtis Jones possesses. That was the clips and the highlights just out of that would be phenomenal, because he literally covered every blade of grass. Brilliant performance from him today.
Yeah, I had to give him higher than these stats. Give him just a few of the stats. 37 out of 41, so that's 90% on his passing, which is that's his thing, Curtis. He looks after the ball. Sometimes the criticism he takes too long. Even on the second overturn penalty, that might be a little criticism that, could he have not just got the shot away, and he was waiting for Sanchez to commit himself. I do wonder if that plays into the goal later where Sanchez doesn't go and commit himself. I wonder if that plays into it. But yeah, he has 2 shots, both of them are on target. He had 2 out of 3 successful long balls. I thought defensively he was quite good as well. He won
big block. There was a huge block.
Won 6
shutting out
Cole Palmer.
Shutting him out.
He won 6 of his duels. He won Liverpool 2 more free kicks, recoveries 6 times. Like, it wasn't just offensively, because obviously you see the goal, you see him win the penalty, you praise him. A lot was asked here defensively of Liverpool, and McAllister, a lot's asked when he plays. Curtis takes up that role. You're given those defensive duties. You're not only allowed to get and run into the box, Curtis, you've got to do your defensive job.
But he's given that freedom as well, which is what I like. As I said before, Szoboszlai kind of relinquishes it, and that's fine as long as somebody else takes the reins and makes those runs, makes themselves available. The run for the Salah assist into him, by the way, he's like, he's onside by such a margin, and he's left. He ghosts past his man that's meant to be marking him and just goes into that space. And then to have the cuteness and the cheek, it's proper scouse, it's proper cheeky. Like, that's a cheeky finish. That you're not a striker. You should not be taking a touch there in the box, letting the keeper just kind of narrow down the angle and then deciding to just definitely outside of the foot lift it over him. You're a cheeky bastard, and I love it. It was brilliant.
I love the celebration as well. He knew it. I always think with Curtis, like, he comes across like a quite chill, calm guy. Yeah. He's had a very emotional week, of course, and again, congratulations to him. And I think he hears the noise, because I know his Paul. Of course he does. Well, Paul spoke to him in America, and his words around Jurgen Klopp and Arne Slot have been misconstrued, and he basically put it across like, this happens to me. People, for some reason, people just get like getting on my back a little bit. And there's actually Liverpool supporters, and we do the watch alongs. We know all the time, oh my God, Jones, he's the worst thing ever. He's shite. He's all this, and he's none of that. He might not be a favourite player, and he might not be Liverpool's best player, but he's not crap. He's clearly not. No. But he hears the noise, and I think he loves the support, and when Anfield gets behind, like, Anfield was right behind him. We love our own, we love Scousers, we're unashamed about it as well, and don't criticise it for us. We love when Scouse Liverpool players do well for Liverpool, of course we do. I think he really enjoyed the moment, and he was right to take it all in, so he should, because certain games, when you think back at players' careers, you'll think back of you just get moments of it, and now hopefully there's more to come from Curtis. Well, now you'll always think, this will be remember when Liverpool beat Chelsea 2-1 in like October, you go, the Curtis Jones game, and that's kind of what this was. So he's right to enjoy it.
Oh no, 100%, and he's earned the right to, because let's be honest, like, if he wasn't good enough by now, 2 managers there, one we can undoubtedly say was a world-class manager. He's been in the squad for plus 4 or 5 years now. If he wasn't good enough, he would have went. Even if there would have been a loan somewhere down the line, he would have went. This kid is good enough to be part of this Liverpool squad. He is good enough to add to the depth that we need to compete on all of the competitions that we're going to be in this year. And now he has to. And I've said it with someone like Curtis Jones for at least 2 years now. You will get young players that burn bright, but they will dwindle. And by the time they're 26, 27, they look washed, and they do not look like they can keep up with the pace of the Premier League no more. Yep. I would rather have my guy take his time, learn his craft, develop, get to that level, 23, 24, and then go on a 5-year madness where he is one of the best midfielders and has to be picked and selected for his national team, and still then kick on and be at the pomp of his game at the right age. And I think the way that we've handled Curtis Jones, because everyone compared Foden, what Foden was able to do, then Palmer goes off to from City to Chelsea, what he's looking to do. There's no right way or a one-size-fits-all for these young players. Different players will develop at different rates, at different speeds, at different times, and I think we are slowly starting to understand that there is more to come from Curtis, but the level that we've been able to mould them into is good enough to play for Liverpool Football Club in this current iteration. If the squad goes up by another 10-20%, he's got to keep up with it. Don't make no mistake about it. But where we're at right now, he's good enough to be in the mix. He's good enough to put the shirt on, and you've proven it again today. Big up you. Congratulations.
My final word on that would be, Liverpool without a World Cup winning midfielder there. Yeah. And you didn't notice, because the guy who replaced him was brilliant, and fair play to Curtis Jones. Long way to continue, getting Curtis made up for you, mate.